Hello, thank you for joining us here at the Dark Side, here in sunny Sarasota, Florida. I am Paul. This is Eric. This is your first time joining us. There's a link below. Fill that out, and we can ship your comics as soon as possible. I ran out of breath. We're going to start off with some new comics, and we got some old comics. We got some teases for our Saturday show. So we got a lot of good, amazing things on Saturday.
I have to do that. Remind me later.
Yes.
I'll say this for stuff we have this week, not stuff that's a tease, but stuff we have this week. There is one lot that I'm very, 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 very excited about, and if you know enough about my taste in comics, I'm sure you can guess approximately what I'm talking about.
It's X-Men.
That'll be way later towards the end of the show, but
All right.
just wanted to throw that out there for our X-Men aficionados.
Anything we need to go over before we get started?
No.
All right.
No new announcements.
Okay.
Today's
All right.
Revenge of the Fifth.
It is indeed. Let's get on with the new releases. Starting up here, speaking of Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha,
That was totally on purpose, I promise.
this is going to be the first of a big crossover, War of the Bounty Hunters, going over, I believe, all of the Star Wars.
Correct.
Titles.
This is all of the Marvel, specifically Star Wars titles, except for High Republic for reasons that I hope would be obvious.
Time travel. It exists.
There's only been one like cross-time crossover, and it wasn't really a normal crossover so much as a character like existing in all those times.
It's really good. If
Yeah.
you are following Star Wars comics at all, you definitely need to pick this up.
I'll say this is a crossover where anyone who's seen the movies will know where it's going. But knowing the writers on this book, I'm excited to see what twists they throw in on the way there.
And this isn't like a spoiler or anything because it happens halfway through the book. You get a black armored Boba Fett. It
Yeah.
looks so cool. So cool. I
it's
mean,
very
they're
cool.
on some of the covers, so.
And I'll say, I'm not even usually the biggest Boba Fett fan. That's not the elements of Star Wars that are usually my favorite. But I still love this story. I thought Charles Soule wrote Boba Fett in a way that was more compelling to me than I usually find the character. And Steve McNiven's art in here really
it's
worked for me.
fantastic.
It turns out the artist for Old Man Logan was the perfect choice for a gruesome Boba Fett book.
Yes, indeed. Next up, Green Lantern #2. How was that?
Oh, it was good. So this builds off on the first issue where you had the United Planets summit, where Oa gets accepted into the United Planets, and this issue sees a restructuring of the Green Lanterns and sort of what their place in the universe is going to look like. I do think that Jon Stewart's new status quo is going to be interesting, and the last page had me very excited. I'll just say this: a character who should have been in a book like this sooner finally made her way in.
You know what? That's great because I have no idea who you could be talking about. I'm glad to hear it's still good. Next up, Heroes Reborn #1. I was very surprised that I enjoyed this as much as I did.
I thought it was great.
I don't care for the big, giant Marvel crossovers, but I just loved it.
Says the man who liked King in Black a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. But I mean, this is one of those, alternate reality worlds, and it's just like it was very good.
I really liked it, especially because this is Marvel doing a DC impression.
The Squadron Supreme was really well done.
Yeah, and I liked. So Jason Aaron has some dialogue in here that sounds a little hokey, but then you realize it's meant to be more Silver Age-y dialogue in parts. Some of the Squadron Supreme in particular.
Yeah.
And I think that really works. Also, I'm really happy that Blade gets to be like the focus character. Yeah. That doesn't happen in big Marvel stuff very often. So it's very cool. Also, I don't consider this a spoiler because the image had been circulated for months. Dr. Juggernaut.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
Dr. Doom has the red gem of Cyttorak and becomes the Juggernaut, and it's very good.
Yeah. This also comes with, if we still have any left, a pack of Marvel trading cards.
It's all the Squadron Supreme, right?
I'm not sure. There's like 10 cards in there.
Oh, sweet.
Is there gum in it?
No gum, unfortunately.
They don't do that as much these days.
Anthony's here.
Hey, Anthony.
All right, next up,
We're talking about Heroes Reborn, Anthony.
Beasts of Burden.
Yeah, this continued to be pretty good. I liked this issue a little more than the first solely because it focused more on the dogs. There was more human stuff going on in the first than I personally want out of a Beasts of Burden story.
Right.
But this sort of fixed that. We get a lot more sort of history and insight into Emrys, who is the dog who we follow for most of this, as well as his guide, Mullins. And some of the horror parts are just really well drawn. They're very brief, but I like the way Benjamin Dewey. I knew I liked his art because I love the previous Beasts of Burden stuff.
Yeah.
But
if you haven't read Beasts of Burden, it's fantastic stuff.
Yes, it was suggested to me by Rick, who was our card manager for a while, and I do not regret reading it in the slightest. It's fantastic, and this book is no exception.
Good old Evan Dorkin.
Yeah, I'm trying not to the problem is I can't really say a lot because I don't want to give it away.
Yes. Well, then, shall we move on to The Curse of Man-Thing?
Yes.
Featuring the X-Men.
Yeah, but
Kind of.
The D Squad.
The man thing?
Yeah.
It's a good conclusion to a bizarre 3-issue crossover.
Yeah, it was really fun. I loved Stem to Stern, especially because one of my favorite characters was the main X character in the book. Ileana Rasputin is one of my favorites. She will always be one of my favorites, and I love how Steve Orlando wrote her here, especially because it provides some insight into aspects of her that don't get touched on enough. I find, trying to be vague so as to not give away the whole concept, but I thought that this was a great story. I know that Paul finds the art a little funky in places.
It's a little half-assed here and there.
But it mostly works for me. I'm also a little less particular about my art than Paul, because Paul's an artist and I'm not.
I read that issue not knowing what was going on, hoping that I was on the first story of this arc, which I was not. And I thought that woman featured in most of the issue was Ileana.
No.
What's going on with her?
Oh, Harrower?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was very confused.
Yeah, that's my one complaint about this story. It was not marketed as being a 3-part story effectively enough.
They got to figure out how to do their crossovers and one-shots better. I hate one-shots that just say number 1.
Yes,
There's
agreed.
only one of them. You don't need to number it.
That made me
Heroes Reborn
Running header, real quick.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Star Wars. It's issue Alpha.
Yeah.
Because it's the start of the story. That makes sense.
They did that because there is an actual number 1 with the same name.
Yeah, but there's crossing over with other stuff, so you know that you're getting part of the story.
Yeah, no, I'm
And
with
not
you there.
3 number 1s.
Yeah.
Like the Curse of Man.
You know what was a number 1 though?
What was number 1?
Jenny Zero.
Jenny Zero was a number 1. We got this a couple weeks late because they recalled the original print of it because of a printing error. So it was pretty good. If you are a fan of kaiju fights, gore, foul language,
Excessive drinking.
It's fun.
Sounds like life.
Kaiju fights? When have you ever had a kaiju? Not in a video game, not in a book, not in a movie.
I had a big iguana.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. Anthony would like a copy of Star Wars. We can get that for you,
Yes.
no problem.
Absolutely.
Do we still have the black? Any of the variant covers or the?
I haven't been up front in an hour, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, unsure.
Next up, we have a one-shot from Aftershock Comics, written by Colin Bunn, called Eden. And it was about a tattoo artist who meets a mysterious woman whose tattoos keep disappearing. And then you get to the end and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it.
um,
I really enjoyed it because I didn't read into, like, I didn't know what it was about. I just went into it. It was a quick read. And it just ended very, like, wow.
There's not too much more to say about that. Like, it told the story in image just as well as it did with the dialogue.
It was put together very succinctly.
I was gonna say it was succinct.
Yeah.
But,
it is better than the first of the Aftershock one shots, also Colin Bunn. This is good. This came out a couple months ago, if you remember me doing it on the show. But I love that they're doing these oversized one shots. I love it because remember when Batman Damned came out and everybody's like, this comic's too big, it doesn't fit in my box.
Mhm.
And then went and bought a magazine box. Now you have more stuff to fill in that magazine size box.
Yep.
With all your DC black labels. All right. So next up, Eve. We sold out of this except for this one copy because Rose had it.
hey,
This is my favorite book of the week, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. It's so light, yet heavy. Fun and witty and clever and well written.
I'm very excited to see where it goes. And like you and I were talking about before, the cover does not do the story justice.
Yeah. See, when I first saw the cover, it reminded me of the movie AI with the Spielberg movie.
Christian's gonna take that copy.
Okay.
And that was our last copy.
It is our last copy. I
But-
did rush 5 copies this morning when I came in because I knew people were going to want it. So between Friday and Saturday, we should be getting a few more copies. Yeah, so we can make a list.
Is that the director's cut?
It is the director's cut.
Okay.
Here's the director's cut of War of the Bounty Hunters, which I didn't take a look at it, so I'm not sure what
Yeah.
they added. It's usually behind the scenes stuff, sketches and scripting.
Yeah, no idea what the difference is for this one. It's cool either way.
Put that up there. And that features obviously the black Boba Fett armor.
He says Boba, of course. Of course he's gonna get the Boba one.
Good one.
They're both
They're all
Boba. Like, are you talking Boba Tea?
No.
Uh,
All right. Well,
so yeah,
I'll figure it out.
if you happen to be in the shop this weekend and there's a copy of Eve on the wall, pick it up because it's a lot of fun. It's endearing. The little girl is like one of the best written characters I've read in a long time.
Yeah, she's wonderful. Her sidekick's wonderful.
Mhm.
And it's not what you expect.
It's
Like,
not.
I was all in on the first panel, and then
Just got better.
it's switched hardcore, and I was like, I am still on board. This is great.
Yes. Is that Last Witch? Last Witch number 5. 5 of 5, yet half of the whole.
Yeah, so this is... I learned some confusing things about this series because I got very confused when I got to the end of this issue and it said the end because it ends on a cliffhanger. So it turns out this was originally supposed to be released as 2 OGNs, and then due to the pandemic, Boom decided to release it as a miniseries, but the miniseries is just the first graphic novel. So there's going to be more at some point. We don't know specifics yet.
I'm glad they did that because I wouldn't have read it if it just came as a
Agreed.
completed graphic novel.
But this has been really good still. Like, I think this issue is definitely not my favorite of the 5 so far, but it's still great quality, still a good story, and I still enjoyed every second of reading it.
And I'm sure we will see more of it.
I'm snagging that trade
Mhm.
as soon as it comes out.
Next up, Noctera number 3. The action keeps going. A lot of, issue 2 ends in a car chase. Issue 3 picks up in the same car chase. And it just keeps going. It's fast, it's furious.
But
It's just, if you've been enjoying the first 2 issues, Like it just keeps going. There's a couple revelations. Well, there's a revelation in issue 2, revelation in this one. It's just good. It's just good.
Dead dogs bite.
Dead Dogs Bite. Yes, I'm thoroughly enjoying this series.
What is it with all the? I asked this a lot, but what is it with all the dog comics lately?
People like dogs.
Getting into those dog days of summer.
There aren't even any dogs in this book.
Oh, okay.
Not even dead ones.
Damn.
3 of 4 for this book. Town has missing people, and nobody cares except for one of the missing people's best friends, and it's a weird kind of David Lynchian town. So, less violent than Blue Velvet, but as weird as Twin Peaks. It's very, very good.
That
And
sounds
it's
like
got-
a good.
It's got a strange narrator who starts off each issue just like, like a Rod Serling, just like talking to you, but like he doesn't interact with anybody. It's just weird.
Do 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 do
It's
do
good.
That
do
would
do.
be more violent than My Blue Heaven. Like, where are we in the
My Blue
Velvet's
Heaven?
Heavens? Yeah, I just wanted to throw you off.
Not David Lynch.
So I know you said it is like a sort of a Rod Serling Twilight Zone kind of narrator. Do you think fans of the Twilight Zone would like this story?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a broad enough cross section of people. I couldn't say.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It is sort of not just. It's not a monolithic property.
I just didn't line these up very well because it's me again talking about The Good Asian, issue number 1 from Image Comics, from the writer of the praised book Infidel. The Good Asian is the best noir I have read in a long, long time. It is just fantastic, and there's a lot of. I will say that there's a lot of Asian slurs in it because it does take place during the 30s. So if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, be forewarned. But it's just so good. I love me a good noir.
Yeah.
And this issue ends with a letter from the author about his interest in like Asian detectives of the era, like Charlie Chan and like he lists like 3 of them. I know. Anyway.
Green Hornet's Butler.
So he goes on. He talks about like his influences there, and then each subsequent issue is going to have backup material of like Asian culture in America, what the historically accurate stuff. So I'm looking forward to that just as a history lesson.
That's very cool.
But the story itself is very, very good.
Yeah, this is a number 1 I wish I had noticed when I was grabbing books yesterday.
Like this and Eve are like my 2 favorite books of the week.
Yeah, I think mine was probably either War of the Bounty Hunters or Heroes Reborn.
Both fun. Both lots of fun. All right. Let us know if you have any questions about any of those new books.
When do you think the copies of Evie will come in?
I rush ordered them, so either Friday or Saturday.
Tiffany and Anthony both want to
Okay.
send you a new one.
And I will be here both days. So
Okay. Yeah, I almost grabbed Good Asian yesterday, but I'd been confused from when I was looking through the previews, and the preview that I saw of
Mhm.
was like number 4, so I was like, oh, I don't need to pick that up.
all right. Well, shall we look at some amazing things?
We shall, I believe.
Okay.
Some and possibly some incredible ones too.
Maybe some uncanny.
Well, Uncanny is going to be a little later, but that rack is both amazing and incredible.
So this top shelf, as I did last week, and I believe the week before.
Tony Girl at 252.
Which one?
I don't know. It's just says 252.
We've got a nice, beautiful selection of Spider-Man coming up on Saturday, so I pulled a few of them for tonight. This being issue 35, which is the second appearance of Molten Man, rated out of 5 for $75.
Yeah, he's going to take ASM.
Well,
but they're all
there's two different copies there,
I got-
Tony.
graded out of 7 and graded out of 6. I believe Tony wants the 7. I pull the 7.
But we do have another copy right there.
Yeah. So Anthony, if you want the 6, you're more than welcome to let us know.
Stuff. We've got the king size annual number 2. Graded out of 4 for $75. This reprints Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 with an all new story with Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's very cool. Is this still Stan Lee?
1965, most likely.
Okay. My timeline on ASM is still somewhat hazy.
Andrew would like the other ASM.
All right. There you go, Andrew. Thank you very much, fellas. We've got issue 108. First appearance of Sister Sun. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not familiar with that character. Got that graded out of 7 for $45.
God, I love the like.
The action.
Yeah, I always love when covers have characters moving and they show it in that way. It's very cool.
Big Animorphs fan.
Yeah, I love Animorphs. How did you know?
And we've got a king size special Amazing Spider-Man. That's going to be number 8 of the king sizes. Graded out of 6 for $40. Gets you a nice shocker there. Let's see. Andrew
Loves the treasury.
wants the treasury. I do have to warn you, it is graded out of 3. That is why it's $10. There's pen all across the top.
And there's some ripped pages.
There's some holes in a couple pages, and it looks like there used to be tape along the edge, but the tape is disintegrated. It's no longer there, so it's not in the best of shapes.
Yeah.
But
So
look how cool it is.
It looks very cool.
so if you're still happy with that, let us know.
And then he'd also like Star Wars 1.
Star Wars 1. This is a reprint. Reprint.
Yep, we just want to make that clear.
So Andrew, yes or no to the reprint? We're waiting a second to hear from Andrew. Yes or no for the reprint? Reprint is fine. Okay.
Okay, so Andrew was the first one to
Yes.
get dibs on number 1 reprint.
And then Christian wants the special edition.
I think that one was
Was
the
that the treasury?
yeah, that was the treasury. Sorry, Christian.
Marvel Star Wars back in the day is so weird.
Let me finish through the Amazing Spider-Mans here. Got that last McFarlane cover for Amazing Spider-Man. It's graded at an 8 for $25. Okay, and now this is the point where I was going to say, "Happy May the 4th be with you." But then
Revenge of the
everybody,
Fifth, right.
everybody jumped ahead of me. I try to plan things.
You try to make it look nice.
Do we have any fillers for spaces?
Here we've got Star Wars number 7, graded out of 7 for $8. This is the first of the Marvel books that went off movie.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of fillers tonight.
There's Star Wars number 8, also graded out of 7 for $8. Yes, happy Cinco to you as well, Andrew.
Oh, yeah. We could do this one as a filler.
Got issue 13, graded out of 5 for $5. I just really like Chewbacca choking the hell out of C-3PO.
Who doesn't?
It's a deadly reunion.
Chewbacca looks
It's a really good
kind
iguana
of,
there. Too.
It is.
kind of wider than
Most of this is a little too pricey to do as fillers.
We've got a dollar comic special, Flash Spectacular, graded out of 9 for $20.
It's got 3 Flashes and Johnny
A
Quick.
whole bunch of Flashes, and not just Gorilla Grodd, but Super Gorilla Grodd. Sorry, I thought that was too much.
Groot.
Super Gorilla Grodd.
I am Groot.
Groot. How you feeling today?
I'm good.
Groot?
I'm Groot. I'm great and good. Those are some books.
Let's see here. Here's an Amazing Spider-Man number 33 with that iconic cover, graded out of 3 for $45.
The final chapter.
I've seen that one done as a GIF, and it was amazing. Like, the
Water's running.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see. Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man number 38.
Andrew's gonna take 7 and 8.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew.
This one is pretty amazing. It's graded out of 4 for $45. This is the second cameo appearance by Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it is also the final Steve Ditko before he leaves Marvel.
Thrills, spills, and chills.
The Steve Ditko story.
And remember, this is just a teaser. We have some really good books on Saturday.
Yep.
Yes. All right. We got a couple more, we'll say, affordable Spider-Mans for you, and then we're going to move on. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 62, graded out of 4 for $30. It's a really great Medusa cover. We all know this is Eric's favorite superpower.
Salud.
Amazing Spider-Man 63, rated at a 5 for $35. Some fantastic vultures up there.
Jamie says best superpower ever. Jamie's in your corner.
Thanks for backing me up, Jamie.
Then we've got issue 67, rated out of 6 for $30. This is going to be the first appearance of Randy Robertson, the son of Robbie Robertson.
Yep.
Robbie Robertson working at the Daily Bugle.
And I've been reading a lot of Spider-Girl lately, and Randy is a recurring character in there.
know.
Yeah.
That's pretty wonderful.
On the world of MC2. I love Spider-Girl. It's so good.
All right. Anybody have any questions about these books?
I don't believe so.
All right.
Keep it up for a
There's only
bit.
one Star Wars left on there. I mean,
I
come
know.
on, guys. Revenge of the Fifth. Come on.
Be angry like Chewbacca. Buy it.
In honor of Revenge of the Fifth, everyone should be buying a copy of Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunter.
They should.
All of you. All 10 of you.
Amazing 62. Which one is Amazing 62?
We only have that for 30. Which one are you talking about, John? Because 62 is that one. I mean, we will sell that to you for $38.
If that's what you really want.
Alright, well,
Well, and he definitely wants 33 though.
33. We're gonna put 33.
Right there.
Yeah. Got 33, and then we'll figure out which other one. You want to go through the numbers, brother? Maybe. Or I'll do them. I don't care.
if we had letters.
No, issue numbers, Brian.
If we had letters.
35 for $75. Got King Size Annual number 2 for $75. Issue 108 for $45.
Oh, you meant
He wants 38.
This one.
38.
We no longer have 38 because that is claimed.
Thank you, John.
John.
Thank you.
King Size Special number 8 for $40. That last McFarlane cover, 328 for $25. Flash Spectacular for 20, graded out of 9. It's beautiful.
62.
John would like Amazing 62 as well.
Okay.
I like that particular
Amazing
rendition of the
63,
hair.
Yeah, that's nice. Very 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing 67. And Star Wars 13. Look at that angry Wookiee.
That was terrible.
I'm not a good. I don't have a good Wookiee.
No.
I'm not even going to try
You
it.
sound like a Minoc, not a Wookiee.
All my
I
bad guy
thought-
voices are the same.
I thought you were going to say a minor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't got it.
Okay,
No,
you-
I can't do
you
it
have
either.
homework.
Oh gosh. Oh, Andrew. Mean.
All right.
At least he's honest.
I try.
Let's see what Eric has.
He said it's a drowning Wookiee.
Eric, I don't know what's going on. I'm staying out of it.
I'm just getting burnt in the comments.
I think if our chat doesn't behave, we might have to end the stream early.
No. No. Rose can take it.
Yeah. Okay. Going over to you.
To be clear, that was a joke. That wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
All right. First up, we have two copies of New Mutants 25. First cameo appearance of Legion. These are at a 7 each for $15. You know, nice affordable key issue, and you can pair that if you desire with New Mutants 26, the first full appearance of Legion. Now we have this one at a 6 for $10. So, you know, not the best condition, but first appearance of a popular character, not too bad. Okay, but this is some good stuff. But how about we get to the really good New Mutants? How about we go to the UK,
All right.
The where?
the United Kingdom?
Oh.
Because next up, we have New Mutants Annual number 2, the first appearance of Betsy Braddock as Psylocke, and her first U.S. appearance. We have this at a 7 for $30. This is not her first appearance. Her first appearance was in, I want to say, Captain Britain 6. It was 6 or 5. I don't remember which. But, you know, early in Captain Britain. So this is a nice key issue, especially if you, like me, are a Betsy Braddock fan. This is also when she gets new eyes.
I'm sorry, what?
So in the Captain Britain series, Slaymaster, tore her eyes out in a very graphic and horrible scene. And Mojo gets her new eyes, which he uses to
Well, that's very nice of him.
broadcast
Oh.
the adventures of the X-Men
Never mind.
to the Mojoverse.
I'm sure there's no ulterior. Oh.
Next up, this is kind of a key issue, some would say. This is the New Mutants number 86. It's the first appearance of an artist on this book. Some of you might have heard of him. Robert Liefeld? Liefeld. Oh, Rob
Robert
Liefeld.
Oh, he's being funny. I thought you couldn't read for a second.
And also the first cameo appearance of Cable. We have this one at the 7 for $20. You know, it's got Fire Fist on the cover. Everyone loves Fire Fist.
I don't ever remember reading about that.
Rusty Collins.
His code name was Fire Fist?
You see, there's a reason why everyone just calls him Rusty. They even make fun of it in Deadpool 2. Alrighty. Next up we have Thor number 140 at a 6 for $50. This is the first appearance of the Growing Man, who is a villain I'm not particularly familiar with, but I like this cover quite a bit. I'm sure the Growing Man is just Giant Man, but evil.
The matter he gets, the dollar he gets.
Alright. Oh, this is an exciting and fun one. Next up, we have DC Showcase Presents number 65. The Inferior Five. This is an X-Men spoof from the Distinguished Competition. And it's very silly.
Hey, Joe Isaac's here.
Hey, Joe Isaac. Next up, speaking of things that are related to the X-Men, we have Doom Patrol number 100. This one is really exciting. This is the second appearance of Beast Boy, or Changeling as he was known at the time, and his origin as well. So if you, like me, are a new Teen Titans fan, this is a great pickup. I'm kind of surprised that even at a 4 it's this low, so, this is a good issue to grab. If you just need a filler copy for your, X-Men, or not X-Men, Teen Titans key issues. Might as well be X-Men, right? If you ask Arnold Drake.
I'm gonna binge watch Doom Patrol sometimes.
I still find it so funny that Arnold Drake had a run on X-Men, considering he is the person who claimed for decades that X-Men was a ripoff of Doom Patrol.
He can still be right.
Oh, I'm not saying he can't be. It's just funny that he also wrote X-Men. Next up is Doom Patrol number 106 at a 4 for $15. This is not a particularly noteworthy issue, but it is cool. Holy changelings! Mr. 103 is back again, bigger than ever, and he's got me. Couldn't you write your thrilling autobiography after we get him off my back? Beginning a sizzling new series that probes the snap, pop, and crackle private world of Negative Man.
Yeah, Doom Patrol show is really good.
Yeah, so if you like Negative Man, this is a different take on the character, but still might be fun to have. Alrighty. Next up, something I am excited about. Metamorpho number 8. Metamorpho is a really cool character. One of my favorite stories is the Wednesday Comics Metamorpho short story by Neil Gaiman, of all people. Really? Neil Gaiman wrote Metamorpho? That's so cool. Is a mighty cobalt hand enough to halt Metamorpho's deadliest foe, Doc Dread? God, what a Silver Age name. And we have this one for 4 for $10. So get your cool Silver Age books here, kids.
You got the checkerboards on top. They're all printed.
Yep. Next up, we have Superboy 117. We're honored to have you members of the Legion of Superheroes visit us from the 30th century. Would you demonstrate one of your powers for us, Ultra Boy? Gladly, my penetravision shows me that Superboy's secret identity is... Gasp, my friend Ultra Boy is about to reveal that I'm Superboy. Why is he betraying me? In Superboy and the 5 Legion Traders. So if you, like me, like the Legion of Superheroes, this is a good pickup. We have it at a 4 for $20.
They're so clicky.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we have Superman, introducing the future Superman of 2965. You won't believe your eyes. He's so different from the original Superman of Krypton. We have this book at a 4 for $20, and this is the first appearance of the Superman of 2965.
Does he ever show up again?
I don't know.
Well, another 900 years.
It's possible that he's like one of the Supermans that Grant Morrison has show up.
If you take the sticker off, you can get a picture of the future Superman.
Yeah.
It's got a good look. You should check out his name.
His secret identity is Clark Kent T5477, reporter for the Daily Interplanetary News. Oh, that's bad. I love it, but it's bad.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Clark Kent T547.
Yes.
Possibly the most exciting non-New Mutants issue of this rack. Blue Beetle.
It's very subjective.
Listen, I'm sorry, but first appearance of Betsy is silent.
I was very excited when I found this Blue Beetle comic because it's very rare that I see a Charlton Blue Beetle comic.
Yeah,
I was just like, wow.
This is Blue Beetle 54.
But I mean, objectively, most people don't care.
Fair. This is Blue Beetle 54. From ancient Egypt, it came to enslave the world. The Eye of Horus. This is not only Charlton Blue Beetle, but this is Dan Garrett Blue Beetle. This is the first Blue Beetle.
It's not even the Blue Beetle that you guys like.
I like Dan Garrett. Does no one else here like Dan Garrett?
He's just not the popular one. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean.
He's not the funny Blue Beetle.
That's fair. But who asked that question? Oh,
I did.
I can go. Like,
No.
we have this at a 5 for
It's age-old
20 bucks.
debate.
And
So wait a second. So if the Legion of Superheroes were in the 30th century,
Yeah.
then this Superman,
Uh-huh.
29th Clark Kent,
Uh-huh.
should be hanging out with them.
I guess.
Why would he be hanging out with teenagers?
Okay, that's a good point. And just as a side note, he is immune to kryptonite, but he is vulnerable to ocean water.
Interesting.
We're not gonna have oceans in 2020.
That's the point.
Yeah, Legion of Superheroes is a
Kryptonite.
is a multi-planetary. There's got to be some planet with oceans in 2965. But yeah, that's
Mars.
a 5 for 20 bucks.
Glaciers are gonna melt into.
Like that's a good deal for Charlton stuff, which is super
Yeah.
old and hard to get. So if you're a Blue Beetle, like even a minor fan, might be a good pickup, especially since Blue Beetle's getting a new series, comics wise, and also, you know, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold movie is just a matter of time. So it's good to get this stuff while it's not $1 million.
I don't know if that comic will ever be $1 million. But
Well, a
before it
million.
gets to 25.
A million is an intentional hyperbole. Yeah, Jaime Reyes is great. Alrighty, let's move back on to Paul.
Well, let's linger for a moment.
Okay.
We got time. Build that anticipation.
You got so many X-Men books today.
So many X-Men books.
I was very excited.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Eric didn't have a heart attack.
Eric got to hold X-Men #1 today.
Number 1.
I was filled with so much serotonin today.
Did you guys hear that? X-Men number 1.
Yep, we have it here in the shop.
And
Yeah.
no, we're not selling it on the show.
Not today.
I got to go through page by page X-Men number 1.
Like, while the cover's in really rough shape, that interior was surprisingly nice
Surprisingly good.
for a nearly 80-year-old, or not 80, a nearly 60-year-old book.
It was very exciting.
We got another Hulk 181.
Mhm.
Then we got 180, 181, and 182.
Yes.
And then we got X-Men 94.
We got giant size X-Men.
Size X-Men
And the,
And
whole,
two.
#1. And #2.
and the whole Claremont run from 94 until like 212, I
Yeah,
think.
multiple copies of each.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I think we got multiple copies of the Sabretooth Wolverine fight that everybody likes.
A lot of Dark Phoenix.
Cool. So instead of any of those, how about these?
We just wanted to let people know stuff that might
We're
be
just
coming up.
teasing.
Just teasing.
We're just
I'm
we're,
just segueing.
we're just bullying Anthony by telling him about books we're not going to sell him tonight.
So we're gonna move on to Batman number 184, graded out of 5 for $28.
Asking the big questions.
Yes.
Where Batman? Are Robin?
Yes, indeed. As they're covered in cobweb, this is a whole spooky thing because it's for 13 jittery nights, and then it's for 13 desperate days. It's wonderful. It's good times. $28. And those good times can be yours. This we might have to set aside for Joe Vavrick. Issue number 190 of Batman with that classic, almost called him the Joker, penguin cover. Graded a 5 for $35.
What a war! I can't read the rest of it because the black writing doesn't.
Yeah, Joe may want that. Take a picture. What issue number that is?
It's 190 for $35. All right, now we've got Batman 197, graded at a 5 for $40. And this is the first the fourth Silver Age Catwoman and the first new Batgirl in this Batman series, her 5th overall appearance.
Neat.
That was a lot.
Some of the ways they track like important issues.
Too bad for Vaverick.
Oh.
It's going to Andrew.
Number 190? All right, there we go. Thank you. Next up, we've got issue 236. And I just pulled this because I love this cover. This is straight out of DC's like horror art. It's graded a 7 for $35. Wail of the Ghost Bride.
He's also taking that back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Early Batgirls, good stuff.
Next up, we've had this one on the show before, but this is in much better condition than the one we previously shared with you. We got this at an 8 for $20.
Sweet.
Number 286 has that awesome Joker on Joker fight on a Ferris wheel cover.
Hot Joker on Joker action.
Nope. No part of that sounds appealing.
And scene.
Graded at an 8.
Ooh, nice.
And then we've got the special 300th issue, which we've had this on the show as well. Again, I think this is a better copy. Just graded at a 6, but I know we've had lower copies on the show before. $15.
Just love those blue blacks.
Yes. Love it. I love the blue highlights in the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got. What do we got? Oh, yeah. Martian Manhunter grapples with the giant genie of Jinsu. House of Mystery, number 155.
Martian Manhunter in House of Mystery?
Yeah.
Weird.
Wild.
Neat, but weird.
Got that graded at a 4 for $13.
It's an even deeper mystery.
I guess.
And I love this era of like. This is what monsters are. They're just goofy looking creatures. It's like the Ghostbusters cartoon. And we've got some Star Spangled War stories. They went through this whole thing where they just did dinosaur stories. Don't know why.
I support it.
Yeah, this is the like weird war that time forgot stuff.
Yeah.
And then like when DC early on in the New 52, they like relaunched that and like our Army at War, and
Right.
it was weird
Indeed.
seeing that stuff in 2011.
That's graded out of 5 for $40.
Andrew's going to take the last Batman story.
This one,
Yes.
I feel like there's been like 7 or 8 different The Last Batman
I wasn't
stories.
sure since the last book over here.
Yeah.
But
All right.
this one's exciting.
This one's very cool. It's Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. This is issue 100 of Marvel Team Up, with cover and interior art by Frank Miller. And it is the first appearance of one of Eric's favorite characters,
Yes.
Karma.
A character who,
Yeah,
in my
that's right there.
opinion, often does not get treated very well by writers, and I am glad to see Vita Ayala treating her very well in New Mutants.
Well, they'll get what's coming to them.
But
Graded at a 9 for $25. 9 for a first appearance.
I know.
I like it. That was good.
Another Marvel Team Up, number 103, Spider-Man and Ant-Man. We've had this one on the show before. This is the second full appearance of Taskmaster,
Yeah.
coming to a theater near you.
It's so wild that it's that cheap.
And he doesn't even have a skull yet. See that?
Jeez. Spiders can be squished, though. I just have to say.
Okay.
It's saying spiders have to be bound, but ants can be squished. I'm like,
Spiders can also get flamethrowered.
We got that at an 8 for 15
Or stabbed.
bucks.
You could stab a spider.
Lastly, on this rack, this book is blowing up. I almost just had it CGC'd, but I figured I'd offer you guys first. Graded at an 8.5, Batman number 423. featuring McFarlane cover art. And this is just going crazy. I've got it listed at $100. You can find it on eBay for 150, 200, 300. It's insane. So let us know if you're interested in that. I think I've got some space fillers here. Got Batman 179 graded at a 3. And this is the second Silver Age appearance of Riddler.
Oh, that's so cool.
Got that for $50.
Great. And what did you say the grade on that one was?
It is a 3.
Okay.
It looks like I got a couple Fantastic Fours here. Let's go in chronological order.
I just keep reading my comment. It's like the Betty Davis High song.
Number 94.
Back at home with Sam's.
First appearance of Agatha Harkness. First naming of Franklin Richards. Graded at a 4 for $25.
So we had the. What was the 5 move?
Blue Beetle.
That's the one above it.
Fantastic Four number
Inferior
140. Graded at an 8 for $35. This is the origin of Annihilus.
Which is so cool.
And he's going to be the big bad in these movies.
Sooner or later.
I hope in that costume.
That, yeah.
I don't know that he'll be the big bad, but I could see him being the villain of the
I
Fantastic
could
Four
see him
movie at the
being
very least.
Manipulated into being the bad.
Maybe in isn't there supposed to be a Nova movie at some point?
I mean, that's one of those things that's been rumored for literally a decade, so it could happen.
So do you think that Nick Fury is up in space because of the Annihilation Wave or because of Galactus? Or do you think there's another reason?
Because of the Kree.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kree.
He's hanging out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I assume
They're
it's
good
I
guys
assume
in
it's
this.
related to
Yeah,
the secret.
Skrulls are the good guys.
That's
Kree
what I
are the
meant.
bad guys.
I assume it's related to the
Mixed.
Secret Empire or the Secret Invasion,
Yeah.
since that's the show he's starring in.
Yes.
Also, he does deserve a vacation.
he does.
I just
Yeah.
hope they're not doing the Man on the Wall thing. That was not my favorite choice that Marvel has ever made.
Was that when he was on the moon?
Yeah, when it was revealed that he'd been on the moon for
Mhm.
40 years, and the Nick Fury that had been running around was actually an LMD for decades, and I was just like, Jason Aaron, I love you until you lose the plot.
I'm fine with that because, I mean, he was always an LMD. Every time he got shot, he was an LMD.
This is true. I do like that it's how we got Nick Fury Jr.
I concur. All right. Anybody have any questions on these books?
I'm glad we're in agreement. All right, let's see what's in the middle.
Eric,
The middle.
Do
this
we have
is
anybody that knows anything about X-Men?
Hello. I present the entire Dark Phoenix saga from 129 to 137 with the Aftermath issue in 138. So just some highlights. We have the first appearance of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost at a 5 for $25. I think it's also the first Sebastian Shaw and
129 going to Varela.
Nice.
All right.
That was fast.
Take it. Guess we can't sell it as a whole group now.
Wow.
We have
Really?
first appearance
You
of
ruined it, Tony.
Dazzler at a 5 for $15.
133 going to Joe Isaac.
Thank you, Joe Isaac.
God Loves.
Certainly does.
That's going to Andrew.
Wow, this is going fast.
Dazzler going to Anthony.
Oh my god. We haven't even talked about it. We're gonna have a short show because of you guys.
are. We'll just the rest of us will talk about Captain America and Winter Soldier, and you'll just be like, I haven't watched it yet.
Anthony says the Dark Phoenix issue.
This one, that one.
We'll find out.
Alright, so where's Dazzler?
Right here.
Oh,
Issue
no, the
after
white.
Dazzler with the White Queen.
White Queen.
Yes.
What, this one?
It's going to Anthony.
30.
All right.
So wait, who wanted Anthony wanted both of these, right?
Wait,
And then
can you hold on? Can you clarify that one? Hold that up.
This one?
Yeah, Anthony, did you have a claim on this one? Because I see yups, but I don't know what to which.
Was it this Dark
they-
Phoenix or this Dark Phoenix?
or the one where she's dead.
We got so many.
Yeah, there's 3 different issues that you could be talking about.
We're gonna move these up.
Yep.
8 letters.
Can you-
Andrew. And they just keep saying yep, yep. Andrew. Helpful. Stop it.
All right, and then an issue that I think is really cool. That isn't. So this is what we have left for the Dark Phoenix stuff. I'm surprised no one's gone for the 137 yet. But
What's so special about the 137, Eric?
so 137 is the last issue of the Dark Phoenix saga and the 3rd, I think, at this point, Death of Jean Grey. This is the issue where she sacrifices herself, and it later gets retconned that it was the Phoenix Force pretending to be her. I have strong opinions about later retcons to this story. I have very strong opinions. But anyways, we also have an issue that this is also in addition to the Aftermath. This is when Cyclops leaves the X-Men for the first time. Not counting when the team broke up. But this is the first time that Scott leaves while the team still exists. And then lastly here, we have an issue that I think is very neat. This is X-Men 139. This is a new suit for Wolverine, as well as the team where Kitty joins the X-Men. In case you didn't know, this is my favorite X-Men character.
Who? What?
Kitty, aka
I
Kate Pride.
never would have.
Or as Star-Lord calls her in one issue, Kitty, Sprite, Ariel, Shadowcat, and Pride. Which I thought was very cute. We have this at Nate for $45. This is when she joins the team, as well as when Wolverine gets his new costume.
Probably. Possibly.
Thank you.
There's a lot of multiples. Well, since that went by quickly, if you missed this series nearly 20 years ago, we do have issues 1 through 6 of Wolverine Origins for $65.
Number 135.
These are all in excellent condition.
Indeed.
Tony, I do not understand this comment.
Yeah, he wants
Which costume did what?
130 to 134.
No,
That's Anthony.
I'm dealing with Anthony. What's the Tony question? Christian would like 134, 135, 136.
135 was already claimed.
134, 136. So Christian, we got 134 and 136 for you.
Hey, Rose, could you scroll up so I could see what from the thing that Tony said that you're confused about?
Hold on.
Wait, Anthony was
Anthony wanted 134. He claimed that earlier.
Yeah.
Which costume was it? I don't know what that means.
I think he means in. Do you mean the Wolverine costume, Tony?
Curious which costume Wolverine changed to.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, you can open it.
It looks from the cover like the yellow and blue. Yellow and brown here, which he had been. Oh, yep, there we go. Yellow and blue.
Yep.
Oh, and then he's back to brown and yellow. Man.
Is 138 on there?
Yes, 138 is on here.
Yes. Anthony got 130, 131, 130. 130, 131, and 134.
Anthony would also like 138.
Okay.
Tony got 129. Andrew got 135. So we didn't have 133, I guess, right?
We did, but somebody claimed it. I don't remember who it was.
I have a record.
It might have been Joe Isaac.
Yeah, it was Joe. Let me pull these down.
Okay. We're all caught up there.
That was the last two on the sides up on top. So what are the numbers along the top there?
139, 137, 132.
Wait, does he need 132? Anthony needs 132.
While they're doing that, we've got some Sandman #2, the second issue of the Jack Kirby Classic.
The
20
original
bucks.
Sandman number.
Yeah, graded out of 7. Yeah, you guys know about that. 132.
He's gonna take 132.
There we go.
Andrew's interested in Death of Elektra.
I've got the Resurrection of Elektra.
Yeah, that's her return, not her death.
I think we have like 5 copies of Death of Elektra.
Never mind.
Collection, right?
I don't know about that many.
He says, never mind.
Yeah, so that's the Resurrection of Elektra for $8. Not as exciting. Yeah, you guys don't want these. Maybe. Venomverse #4. Gwen variant. $8. And then Venom 151 Matina variant. $8. Only $8.
That's a really awesome.
It is. The Mary Jane variant cover.
Let's see.
Wait till Saturday.
Wait until Saturday.
Indeed.
He says we have some fire.
We're gonna have to go really slow.
We will
I've
go
got
very
some
slow.
ideas.
I have ideas.
Did they involve letters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anthony would like 139.
Awesome. It's a good issue.
Andrew says he needs to revisit Sarasota, and I agree.
But I also didn't realize that that's the first Heather Hudson. That's very cool.
What does that name familiar?
Heather Hudson is originally the wife. She's the wife of Vindicator / Guardian, and then later becomes Vindicator herself. And then leaves Jimmy McDonald because he's a jerk.
Okay.
He's
He
an
was
abusive
dead.
husband.
I mean, he was dead.
And then he came back to life and was abusive.
Yes. But then she changed her name from Vindicator to something else. didn't she?
Then she became Guardian,
Right.
and then went back to Vindicator when he was alive again.
You also have this Fantastic Four 141, created at 7 for $25. It's the team breaks up, Annihilus appears, and Franklin Richard loses his powers.
Hmm.
We have this on one of the sides over here. So when we go to all 4, you can see it. I'm going to fill up these last 2 spots with
Which?
a Doctor Strange Prelude for $15. This was a variant cover, and some of these Prelude books, as they go into things that are in the movies, they go up, and this is the comic block variant. then Dark Horse Comics #1. That beautiful Predator on the front. This is also the first appearance of Time Cop.
No way.
Yes. I'm glad Brian's excited.
I don't know who that is.
Christian would like Venom. We have 2. Do you want Venom or Venomverse?
Pretty sure it's that one. Yep.
Andrew would like the Dark Horse.
That's very. That Predator cover is just fun because he just looks kind of like, just like he's frumping at you.
Rose, do the Predators.
No. Bad.
What time is it?
Did Batman 423 have spine ticks?
423.
I think that's the $100 one.
It is near perfect.
Hold on.
I'll go over there.
Oh, okay.
It'll be easier.
I was doing comment work.
Like, I've got it at 8.5 because it is virtually perfect. And if it survives Saturday's show, tonight's show, and Saturday's show, it's going to get graded.
So what do you think? What is wrong with it? What made you grade it down?
The story.
I don't
Todd
remember,
McFarlane.
but it's definitely not a cover issue. I don't remember everything.
Andrew Louis asked a question that I don't know how to describe. Like a frump is just like a facial expression that like
It's a harumph.
yeah, it's like a vaguely grumpy but like endearing face. Is the best way that I can think to.
We're going to do one more that I was going to say for Saturday, but you guys are so
We love you all.
exciting. Is anybody here
Like Deathstroke?
a fan of Deadpool? Because I have graded out of 5. It's a 5. Issue number 98 of the New Mutants for $375.
Really?
Yeah.
5 goes for 375.
The book has jumped in the last like year.
Also, Andrew wants an example of a frump.
Frump. There you go. I guess.
Well, you're just holding your breath.
I mean, that's what a lot of frumps look like. Just grumpily holding your breath.
I've never frumped, so I don't know.
It's like your natural state. Just like slight dissatisfaction.
I suppose I should probably.
Paul the Grump.
That's fair. Did you talk about Origin?
I did.
The last 20 minutes were kind of chaos.
Yeah, it was on the bottom here. Find out about James Hewlett. Spoilers?
But this is not Origins,
No,
which is different.
it is different.
This is much better than Origins.
423. Batman.
Batman.
That was going to go to Joe Isaac.
It just disappeared. He took it.
Wait, is that the 100 one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Joe Isaac. Sorry, I already grabbed it for you. Sorry. It's while he was debuting Unions.
Shall we go to all 4?
They're funny tonight. Yeah, I was worried we didn't have enough books for all 4. Sure. Ba-ba. Oh, wait. I like that better. Do we have 2 fillers or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
We kind of went through all our fillers.
we can show this thing again. I just bought 2 of these for myself. And makes my living room so much more fun. I put in Saga of Swamp Thing #1
Oh, sweet.
and a black and white Hellboy variant, Virgin variant. Looks gorgeous.
Eric, you are our one host on
Yeah.
camera.
So were we talking about the display thing? Or
But yeah, I saw like these issues look really nice, and I was like,
yeah, it looks really clear.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, the reason this comic's in here is because it's not in particularly viable condition, but it still looks pretty nice in here. This is the Silver Age one. I've been told that you can put current comics in there if they're in a bag and board.
Yes.
Because otherwise they'll jiggle around a little more than you want. But these are meant for silver. We are trying to get some current ones in. We just don't have them at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great for display. It's got, I don't know if I'll show them off, but it's got like a little hook spot here for you to hang it like a picture frame. So it's pretty perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go back to the center. It looks weird.
Okay.
Not having like hosts at the host part.
It is I, host. Hello.
So what's the difference? So Origin is about James Howlett.
Yep.
Is he known as Patch in this one, or is that something else?
So Patch comes way later. That's when he
So
goes to
that-
Madripoor.
I don't think it's
Like I think this explains when he started being called Logan, but I might be mistaken. I haven't personally read this. I'm just aware of it.
Wasn't that his stepdad?
That might be. Like I said, I haven't personally read the series. I've never really been the biggest Wolverine person.
Who's stepdad?
Logan. Wasn't that James Howlett's stepdad? Was Logan. That's how he got
I
the
don't
name.
remember. I read that when it came out. And I don't remember any of it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I read the first issue of the second series and didn't care for it.
Oh,
We
well,
got you,
it's the second
John.
series.
We will add a new reborn to his order.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright.
I just was voicing that we were going to do it for him. That's all.
Needs a Heroes Reborn?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay. We still have one up here.
We might.
Evie was good.
It's good.
So was War of the Bounty Hunters.
There's a Heroes Reborn.
I'm very excited, in particular with Heroes Reborn, for Hyperion and the Imperial Guard, which is basically just Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Also, the Amazing Shutterbug is another one for that event that I'm excited for because it's what if Peter Parker was Jimmy Olsen, which is just like such an awesome concept. And then like another one that I'm looking forward to is Siege Society, which is basically a take on Secret Six.
Okay. Well, just going to show this for another minute. We're not going to feature any more books. We're going to wait till
We need to
Saturday.
have some for Saturday. You guys
Indeed.
did too good on buying us out.
I think we can do better on that.
Well, we
Yeah.
can reassess them.
Brian's happy to negotiate. Throw out some offers.
I'm looking at the completed listings, and I think that's just a little bit outside.
Front face. I don't know. Andrew's just saying front face.
I was very confused today because I saw that they changed the release date for the Loki show.
Yeah.
And I was accustomed, I mean, it's only happened once, but I was accustomed to like having the show follow up after the other show.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that it started this week. I was very excited. And then
we did date math.
Yeah, and then it was like June 9th, and I was thinking it was May 9th. I'm like, wait, that's not a Wednesday. And I was very confused.
I'm a little sad that they pushed back when the reprint of Loki Agent of Asgard complete collection was. It was gonna be like early May, and now it's not coming out until early June. It's not the biggest pushback, but
That's rough.
it's just mildly annoying,
It is.
you know, because that's like one of the few Al Ewing books I have not been able to get my hands on. Because by the time I was into Al Ewing and knew who he was, the book was out of print. We sold the copy we had, and it was reselling online for like $150, and I can't do that for a complete collection.
Yeah.
That's just resellers on trades are the people who like make me pretty mad when it comes to comics.
The we should be getting a pretty big restock of trades. I think on the next order from Diamond, and then his trades are starting to come back into print now. So
Yeah, that
finally some of the back orders we have are starting to get.
and that's when I put a special order in for the second it was available.
All right. Well, if nobody's interested in anything else, I guess maybe we call it early tonight.
Rose wants to go home.
Yeah.
She's got to go practice her Wookiee speak.
She's been trying to close early, since she got here.
What? These are lies.
Well, if that's the case, then we will see you guys on Saturday and next Wednesday. Don't forget to join us on the Comic Book Shopping Network, where we have some amazing books.
Let's throw Andrew's. Do we put his Kickstarter? up?
He's been funded. He doesn't need us.
What about
Yeah.
Tony's? A link to Tony's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I will do Wookiee practice, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Real exciting end of the show.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bye.
All right, folks. Have a good evening. Enjoy your comics.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Hit the button, Frank.
Just push the button, Frank.